Hi guys, today in this Thriving Business video, I'm going to show you how I use a task in Microsoft Planner and how I have some templates set up that I use across multiple planners. So let's get you looking at my screen and we'll get started. So now I have gone into office.com, into my main Office dashboard, and from either the strip down the side here with all the apps or from the 9 dots in the app launcher, you can open Planner, which will open your main Planner hub. All right. If you don't have any plans yet, this will look a little bit different for you. This is all web-based, so it doesn't matter whether you're on a Mac or a PC, this will look the same. All right. So I have a sort of a core Thrive admin plan that I use for lots of different things within my business. And what I wanted to show you was how I use the tasks in Planner as a template that I can transfer across different plans. So in another video, you'll have seen that I've created client portals for every client I work with. And that's a combination of SharePoint, Planner, and OneDrive. This is how I set up some of those individual tasks, okay? So in my main planner, I have a bucket called task templates. And in this one, I have a process for a proposal or a template that is less than 5 pages. And this is the process that I use. Now, when I am doing this for a new client, and I'm going to show you this, I'm going to pop it into a test client planner. When I'm doing this for a new client, the first thing I've done is set up their planner and their portal, and that's all ready to go. And then the last stage I would do is to copy these core templates. So I don't have to write a checklist every time. I don't have to put together anything in particular. It's all set up. So this is great if you've got a really complicated process that you use for a particular project. You can pop in all of the steps in your checklist, or you could list all of the things that a client needs to provide you with. You can have some core description notes about exactly what it is that you're going to do. For me, that varies a little bit, so I leave that blank. But what I've got is it is a template of greater than 5 pages. And what I'm going to do is up in the ellipsis up the top here, the 3 dots where there's more, I'm going to copy this task. Now, I haven't done anything to it yet. It's purely in its template form. I'm going to change it. So I might say that this is now going to be a report. Let's call it a letterhead template that I'm doing for a client, and I'm going to move it into their portal. So we're also going to copy it out of the plan that it's in now, and I'm going to move it over into my test client portal. You can see now it's changed here the buckets because we're working with the buckets that are available in that plan. So I'm going to pop that in the to-do section. And I am, the moment we've moved it from one plan, from the current plan to a new one, it's changed what I can move and what I can't move. So I can't move the assignment, which is fine. In the template, I don't assign anyone. I can copy across the progress and the dates if I would like to. I can copy across the description, which is the title up here. I can copy across the checklist, which I want to do because that's the core part of this. You cannot copy across your attachments and labels as well, but that's okay because those are individual to each specific plan. All right, so you can see it's now copied letterhead template. If I click on that, it will now open so you can see it's opened in a new window. I'm now in the test client planner and it's now the letterhead template. Now that I'm in here, I can do what I need to do. So I can assign this to myself because I'm the one who's doing this work. I can add a label. Now here, the labels, this is a brand new client. I won't have set these up yet. So I'm going to rename this one and I'm going to call it Not Yet Started. And I'm going to call this one Overdue. I'm going to call this one In Progress. And I'm going to call green for good is completed. Okay, so obviously at the moment this is not yet started. All right, it's in the to-do, it's not started. My priority on this one is medium. I've got a standard setup. So I'm going to start it today and I'm going to have it finished within that's the wrong date. I want a Friday, 2 weeks. All right. By setting the dates here, what I'm doing is I'm actually making sure that this will now transfer into my Microsoft To-Do on my task list it will give it an end date and it will come up as a reminder for me. I will also now receive emails in my inbox from Planner saying, hey, Marianne, you've got this letterhead template that's coming up and due. So there are 2 reminder systems built in by using those dates. Here is where I might pop some information. So test client, letterhead, free page, standard. They may have some specific headings required, and I would list those there. They may also have some rules around their font that I should know here. So we go font, Arial, 10-point, 6-point spacing. Those are the sorts of things that I would pop in a notes section that's individual to each task. Down here, I've got my standard process, and that will be ready for me to work through as I go. And then attachments, and you will have seen from some of Thrive's other videos, I like to use in my planner, I like to have a set of images that I've created in Canva that I will use. So this is a document template, and I'm going to pop that in, and I'm going to make that show on the card so that when I close this, you'll see we've now got this document template task. So this task now belongs to this board and will be attached to that. So anyone that I have shared this board with, so the client, will be able to see the progress on this live anytime they log in. So that's how I use a template task from my main board and share it across several different planners. If you are interested in learning more about Planner, then I recommend you jump in and have a go. If you're not working with it at the moment, you're not going to wreck anything. There's nothing in here that's not fixable. The other thing I would recommend is checking out Microsoft Dynamos on Facebook. That's where we share loads more information like this, and it's a great way for you to learn and ask questions in a safe space without all the tech jargon. So find us on Facebook under Microsoft Dynamos, or you can get in touch with me directly. You can find Thrive Admin Services on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest.